ever had one of those days where you think you've got everything lined out and it just doesn't go to plan? Well, today was that day. So everything on the truck is good. I went through and nut and bolted the whole truck, bottom side, everything that I could reach anyway. And the only thing I found loose, like I said in the last video or 2 videos ago, was a bolt in the front sway bar and one that was back here that actually is a bolt in the frame for the cross member that's actually not even there anymore. That was only 2 bolts that were loose. And that bolt back here, it's just in the frame because I can't get it out because it goes under the hoop for the bed mount. So just tightened it up. Everything's good. I like to go through and I do a different color depending on when I'm doing it so that I know, like last weekend I was in here doing the nut and bolt. The front half of every bolt I touched is got a blue mark on it. On the back half, it's got an orange mark on it. Originally, when I built the truck, it has a combination of black, green, and yellow, I think. And white. There's a white up there too as well, depending on what day I did it, so that I knew that at some point I touched those things, and I could kind of remember back when I was building it what days were what colors. I do the same thing. I don't know, just keep track of things so that I don't miss anything. But everything looks good. I got all the fluids changed. Well, the oil changed. Checked the rear end. I have not checked the transmission yet because I actually have not had it running yet. I had a slight dribble in my rear end diff cover. Ended up being 1 bolt was just slightly loose. So I guess that's technically 3 bolts. So I snugged it down. It hasn't leaked in 2 weeks, so that's good. I went ahead and re-bled the rear brakes. And I actually have, and I don't know how many people have these things, but this is a little vacuum bleeder. This is a Mighty Vac. I actually bought this thing probably, I bet it's close to 20 years ago now. This thing makes bleeding brakes cake. I went ahead and did the rear brakes just again, and that far side, the one that I was worried about, that still has a crosshatch in it, was pulling a lot of air bubbles out. So we'll see. I think I'm going to go ahead, and when I get somebody here that can help me, I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way: pump the brakes, bleed, pump the brakes, bleed. Do that and try it that way, because I don't know that I did that when I originally built it, but nonetheless, it is good to go. I had my list here, a short list of things I needed to do. One of the things was the fan wiring, which I'm actually not going to do right now. Actually, I just want to drive it. This has been sitting down here for like 2.5 weeks, and I want to drive it. But time is so limited these days. So the fans work. I'm going to wire them eventually, just not right now. Another thing was the fuel filter. So I have an Aeromotive fuel filter on there. Takes these cartridges. Went off and left my A-N wrench at the other house, or at the other shop. That's how it goes sometimes, I guess. So I've got a wrench to pull everything apart, except the wrench. I don't have a wrench big enough here to pull the canister apart. So that's got to wait until I can get that. Somebody asked me, I got an email asking about what fluids I run in this truck. I think I mentioned it before that I actually am an Amsoil dealer. It's more on the commercial side, but still have access to all this. So I run their motor oil, their gear lube, and the trans fluid. I've never had any problems with these things. The gear lube is amazing. That stuff. I had actually this same weight and everything, 80/90, and a Toyota MR2 that I built way back. It's way back in my videos that had a 3rd gear synchro in it that was going out, and I didn't want to pull the transmission apart because I didn't have the tools, I didn't have the time. So I ran this oil in it, and it all but fixed that 3rd gear grind. I mean, if you hammered it home, it would do it, but daily driving, this stuff is good. My trans builder said, yes, definitely do this. And then, honestly, the brake fluid is just what I had sitting around, so it's just some .4 Prestone that I had around. But those are the fluids I use in the truck, nothing too exotic. But yeah, she's good to go. So I am actually going to run home, grab the wrench so I can do the fuel filter. Let's see, I'm looking at my list here. What else? Check the trans fluid. So yeah, I got to get it outside and check the trans fluid. But yeah, everything's great. I assumed it would be. I'm kind of inattentive about these things. I double, triple checked everything when I built it, but still you like to go through and make sure nothing was missed, and everything was good. So that's great. Found some things I need to attend to. The body mounts, and I think I mentioned that before, the body mounts are kind of like some weird abomination that somebody's done at some point, so I need to fix those. It actually doesn't have, and I was actually just talking to a local guy here, not ever having one of these trucks before, I didn't realize it had isolators between the bed and the frame, and this does not have any. So I'm going to put those in there, but that's going to raise the bed like 1/8 of an inch, which the body lines won't match up. So I'm wondering if when I replace the body mounts, put those in there, and the core support mounts, if the whole thing will just kind of go up in unison. So I don't know. That's a project for another day. Pretty easy to do. I just don't want to deal with it right now. It's been like that for a while. I've known they've been wonky, but yeah. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I found that would be good information for anybody. I don't think so. I checked the rockers. I pulled that all apart. I put a picture on Instagram of that. It is still ridiculously clean inside the motor. They were all perfect. None of them had moved. I've just seen horror stories. I saw Cletus McFarland had one that backed out and walked over, and he was running on 7 cylinders. Just wanted to make sure, check the push rods. I kind of spun them around. They all seem like they're good to go and free. Cleaned all that up. Checked the coolant. Coolant's good. Everything's good. Like I said, it only has 1,500 miles on it, and it's not really been hard miles at all by any means, but just want to make sure she's good. So, yeah. Hopefully get it out, get some more driving videos, maybe a burnout video. These tires are actually 6 years old, so I need to do something with them. They're fine. They're not dry rotted because the thing sits inside all the time, so it should be good. Should be. But may do some burnouts on them. This thing hasn't done a burnout in a while. It's a ripper. Let's do it. So anyway, that's what I got. I'm going to try to post up more videos more often, kind of keep everybody updated in case anybody cares. Just trying to be a little more proactive and get more videos because it kind of motivates me to get out here in the shop. The community, not competition guys are on me, like stink on you know what. So I'm out here. I'm doing it. I'm turning wrenches. Love to hear from you guys. Please like and subscribe. Share if you want to. Share with your friends. Tell them to come on over, check it out. Drop some comments in the bottom in the comment section about what you'd like to see. What do you think we should do with the truck? Love to put a blower on it someday. Love to, I don't know, a lot of things. But just give some ideas. What do you guys think? It's a fun little truck. Love this truck. What do you guys think we should do? Anyway, hit that like and subscribe button. Comment, and we will see you next time.